Dear friends, today we have a special episode of Super Tony's Adventures. Enjoy! Hey, Tony, we're going on vacation to the best resort ever. Wait, hold on. What's going on? Tony, I think we're falling! Tony, how are you? Phew, good thing we're fine. Looks like we're on a desert island. Tony, get yourself together. We can't panic right now. We have to figure out how to survive. First, we need some drinking water. Take all the containers you have and put them out to collect rainwater. You can use big leaves so the water would run into them faster. After that, we have to explore the island to see if we can find a source of fresh water. And for now, let's make a water collector that uses solar energy. First, we have to dig a hole and place a container in the middle. We then fill the area around the container with something moist, for example, watered leaves. Once ready, close the hole with film or plastic using rocks to hold the material in place, and then put a stone on top of the plastic. Ready! Now the water from the leaves will evaporate and condensate on the inner side of the plastic, and the water will end up in the container. Now let's build a shelter. The first option is finding a long stick and placing it against a tree. Then we find some shorter sticks and place them against the first one. Now we cover everything with big leaves. But to be honest, I think we're gonna be here for a long time, so it will be better to create a proper shelter. Let's build a teepee. First, we are gonna need around 10 or 20 long sticks. The thicker they are, the better. We're gonna make the frame using 3 twigs. We're gonna place the rest of the sticks around, but don't forget to leave some place for the entrance. The frame is ready. Now we cover the construction with some big leaves and our cozy home is ready. Well, that's all for today, Tony. Let's get some sleep and we're gonna keep working in the morning. Come on, Tony, get up. It's time to find some food. The best option for us is finding some fish. Easy, easy. First, we have to catch it. We're gonna need a stick and a piece of metal. You have to sharpen one end to create a spear. Now let's find some shallow waters. So you need to stand on a rock, or if there aren't any, then stay quiet. You have to move slowly, so you won't scare away the fish. Look, there's one. Now we wait. Wait. It has stopped. It's time. Stab it with the spear, aiming for the head. Don't worry, Tony. It's really hard to do it right the first time. If you train, you will become the best hunter on this island. Now let's try to make a fire. So we take a small piece of wood and we carve out a small groove in the base. Put some firewood there and using a hard stick, start to rub. I think it's working, Tony. I see some smoke. Now quickly place some dry twigs and start blowing to keep the fire. And that's it. Just keep placing bigger twigs on top. Here we have some other tips to survive on a desert island. Always keep your spear with you because you never know what kind of predators you will find. And don't swim too far in the ocean. There can be sharks that will happily have you for lunch. So stay in shallow waters where big sharks can't get you. And now that we have a fire, we can make a big SOS sign using wood. We will set it on fire at night and hopefully someone will see our call for help. Another option is making a raft and trying to sail away, but surviving in the open ocean under the boiling sun with limited food and water is way harder than surviving on an island. Tony, look, a ship. Set the signal on fire. It's coming for us. Yay, we're safe, Tony. It's a perfect day for a walk in the woods. Isn't that right, Tony? Well, the day is almost over. It's getting dark and we still have to get home. What? You don't know the way? Fantastic. Good thing I'm here then, because I'm the cleverest and most educated guy in the universe, and I know how to get us out from the woods. First of all, don't panic. Just be quiet and listen. Maybe you can hear a train or some cars passing by. Nothing but silence. Then climb a tall tree and see if you can see any settlements around. But be careful. Getting an injury will only make things worse. Nothing but trees and more trees. Oh, a river. We have to go there. Chop, chop. Looks like you're on a game trail, but be careful, Tony. You don't want to encounter any wild animals. Even a cute little deer can be pretty aggressive when protecting its territory from intruders. We've finally reached the river, Tony. This is very important. First of all, it's a source of fresh water. Secondly, it will lead us out of the woods. I'm gonna explain it all later. Meanwhile, let's build a hut. You already know how. The sun is gonna set pretty soon. We need some shelter for the night. Well done, buddy. Now let's make a fire. Do you have some matches? Nice. Finally, you did something right. Matches are one of the most important items on your survival kit. A bonfire is more than just a way to stay warm. You can also use it to boil water, cook dinner, scare away wild animals, or to be noticed by the rescue team. Wait, it's too early for you to go to bed, Tony. First, let's make a fish trap so we have something for breakfast. We need lots of sticks. Now stick them underwater, into the mud, near the shore, building something like a fence. Make a funnel entrance. This shape will make it easy for your prey to get in, but impossible to get out. Okay, the trap is ready. Now let's put some bait in. It can be any worms, larvae, insects, whatever you can find in the forest. That's it, Tony. Time to go to bed, and hopefully we will have a delicious breakfast in the morning. Tony, get up already. Come on, wake up. In the last episode, we made a fish trap, so let's see if we caught something. Not much, but it's better than nothing, and we can probably find other food in the forest. For example, we can pick some berries and mushrooms, but you should eat them only if you're sure they are safe for you, because you can easily stumble upon some poisonous products here. Breakfast is ready. Let's eat and start thinking of a way to get out of here. So, Tony, do you have any ideas? Yeah, looks like you learned something useful in school and remembered that moss grows mostly on the north side of trees. Now you know where is the north. But do you know where do we have to go? That's the problem. Before entering a forest, you should check the cardinal point from where you're coming. But don't panic. There's always something you can do. Luckily, we found a river. Don't forget that if you found a river, you should follow the current. If you do, there's a high chance that you will encounter a human settlement or a dam with workers around. There, you would be able to find a phone and ask for help. By the way, power lines work too. If you see them around, just follow them. Tony, look, it's a small village. We are saved. Hopefully it won't be inhabited by wild people who kill outsiders. I think I have been watching too much movies. Well, looks like we are safe. So friends, remember that if you visit a forest to walk or to pick some mushrooms, then take some drinking water, a first aid kit, and some matches with you. Anything can happen out there. And if you can, take a portable GPS with a decent battery. It will help you get out from anywhere. Tony and I are in the middle of a very interesting trip in the middle of the desert. Are you having fun, Tony? Yeah, it's a really nice place, even if it is a little hot. Well, keep up, otherwise you're gonna be left behind. What in the world, Tony? Why is it when something bad happens, it's always you? Okay. On the bright side, this is a great chance to show our subscribers how to survive in the desert. The most important moment is finding some water. As you know, a person can live without food for 3 weeks, but you can't live without water for more than 3 or 4 days. A good source is a dried riverbed. See if the surface is moist. Is it? Perfect. Now dig, Tony. Somewhere under the surface you should find water. Yeah! Looks like it was a mirage in the end, but don't worry, I got other ideas. Early in the morning, some plants and rocks are covered in morning dew. You can pick that water, but you have to do it before it evaporates. No, Tony, morning dew appears only in the morning. Stop, that's a cactus. But how do cactuses survive under the scorching sun? They store great amounts of water inside. So, you can cut a cactus in two and take out the juicy pulp. By the way, apart from being a source of water, they can also be eaten. It will be a good source of healthy and essential elements. Stop, stop, stop! What are you doing? I know it's hot in here, but you shouldn't take your clothes off under the burning sun. First of all, you sweat less when you're covered with clothes, which slows down dehydration. Apart from that, it protects your body against sunburn. By the way, if you have white clothes, you should wear them. This color somewhat reflects sun rays, unlike darker shades, which absorb them. Anyhow, it's time to find shelter. I know the sun is still out, but if you want to survive in the desert, you should avoid walking under the scalding sun. Therefore, we should rest and hide from the sun during the day and walk during the night and early in the morning. If you follow this rule, your chances of survival will be even bigger. So, you should find a big rock and rest under its shadow. It's getting dark, so it's time to start traveling and look for a way to save ourselves. We should walk in a straight line because in the desert, you could end up walking in circles. The best way to avoid that is following the stars. But keep in mind that the stars we see are different in the southern and northern hemispheres. If your desert is located in the northern hemisphere, then you should look for the North Star, also known as Pole Star. It's pretty easy. First, we have to look for a constellation known as Ursa Major, also known as Big Dipper. Now we need to find the two stars that outline the outer part of the Dipper, and we draw an imaginary line 4 times its size all the way up. Somewhere there you should find the North Star. It's part of the Ursa Minor, which is known as Little Dipper. And remember, this star always marks the north. On the other hand, if you're in a desert in the southern hemisphere, you should find another point of reference. Look out for the Southern Cross, a constellation centered on 4 stars that form a cross. To the left of the cross, you will find 2 bright stars. Draw an imaginary line between the 2 stars, and from the center of this line, you should go down on a perpendicular line. Now find the vertical axis of the Southern Cross and extend it down. Find the point where these 2 lines cross. This is the direction to the South Pole, so you should go there. We know now where to go, so let's go. Tony, do you have any weapon on you to protect yourself from wild animals? Tony, during the day, the desert is lifeless, but during the night, a huge number of predators come out to hunt. Lynxes, lions, coyotes, wild boars, poisonous snakes, scorpions, and scary spiders are only some of them. So, we should at least take a stick with us. We have come a long way, Tony. Sadly, the sun is coming out and it's gonna get really hot soon. We should find a place to rest in the shadow. Wait, I hear something. It's a plane. Tony, remember when I told you that you should always carry a small mirror with you? Take it out. We are gonna try to reflect the sun rays to the plane, so it might notice us. Yay, it's coming to get us. They see us, Tony. The plane has probably contacted the rescue services and told them our coordinates. We just have to wait for a little longer and we'll be saved. Tony and I decided to take a trip to the ocean on our little boat. Well, buddy, looks like we are already far away from the shore. Shouldn't we be going back? Perfect. The engine's broken now. Well, congrats, Tony. Now you are in the middle of the ocean without food, water, or any chance of survival. Okay, I'm kidding about the last part. As always, I know exactly what to do, and I'm gonna tell you right now. It might sound strange, but you shouldn't panic about water or food for now. The most important thing is remaining calm. When people panic, they tend to make mistakes and make bad decisions. Moreover, they move around a lot when they really should be saving their energy. The worst has already happened, Tony. You are in the open sea, so there's no time to panic. You just have to survive. Now that we know that, let's try to find some fresh water. The best source of water in such cases is rain. So, prepare some containers to collect as much raining water as possible. But what if there is no rain, you ask? Then you'll have to make a water distillation device. You will need a big container with a smaller container inside. Pour some salt water in the big one and cover the construction with a plastic bag. In the middle of the bag, put a small weight. You'll just have to wait and the water will start to evaporate. Some water will accumulate on the plastic bag, then roll to the center and it will fall down into the small container. Now we need some food. Fortunately, it's not that complicated in the middle of the ocean. You just need to make a fishing rod with the things you have at hand. You can use ropes, threads, buttons, jewels, safety pins, and much more. Once you caught your first fish, you can use it as bait. If your fishing skills aren't enough to catch some food, then you can eat plankton and algae. You can also use any fabric to make a net. It will allow you to catch some small creatures. They won't taste good, but you don't have much choice if you want to live. Now we have some important rules. If there is a storm coming, you should move all your belongings to the middle of the boat and find a place there for you too. This will prevent the boat from capsizing. On the other hand, if the sun is hitting hard, you should try to protect yourself from UV rays. In the middle of the ocean, the sun not only hits you directly, but its rays are reflected from the surface of the water, so you have twice the chance of suffering from heat stroke or sunburns. Now it's time to save ourselves. Basically, if you end up stranded in the ocean, you shouldn't go anywhere, because rescue teams will come for you. But in this case, nobody knows that Tony decided to take a boat trip, so we should look for some land. You should remember that clouds form mainly over land and that lightning only hits on shore. And if you are close to the coast, you'll start seeing more and more birds. So Tony, let's start looking. Wish us luck, dear friends, and tell us in the comments what would you do if you found yourself lost in the middle of the ocean. The best advice will be featured in the next episode. Give us a like if you want Tony to get back alive. See you on land, hopefully.